Hello friends. To start, I do not hate music theory. I put that title because I read in a book that it's good to have polarizing titles like that, catch people's attention, so they want to challenge what you're about to say. No, music theory is great. I'm really going to talk about my mindset regarding music theory at least several years ago. Because in regard to composing music, I thought that I did not have enough music theory knowledge, or the knowledge that I did have was not internalized enough. And it was, especially not physically. For the longest time, I just thought I just need to practice more and get all of that ingrained in my body so then I could naturally write with it. Yeah, and then I discovered, I kind of had an epiphany one night when I was messing around on Logic, and I had a synth line that I wrote, and I doubled it, harmonized everything up a fourth or a fifth, and I was like, wow, that sounds cool. Pretty simple. The reason I did that was because I was in a music theory class, and our teacher was talking about 4-part harmonies and that fun stuff, and he taught us about parallel fourths and fifths, and I said, usually you don't see that. He didn't tell us don't ever do that, but in this context it was not encouraged, I guess. So that's what I wanted to try that and see for myself how it sounded. And I kind of dug it. I listened back and I was like, okay. And kind of opened up a new world for me. So, especially on Logic or any DAW, if you're doing MIDI, you can easily see all the notes that you played. So, I just started layering stuff, and then like the same line. Sometimes I would just, even with timing stuff, I'd shift some notes over a little bit, and that gave a cool effect, adding to the physical experience of music. But yeah, I would just shift notes around, and with no real thought, or there's not any thought, but any real like goal or intention, I guess. Like, oh, I'm going for this note, or oh, I want to raise this to make it a sharp 5. Love sharp 5s, by the way. But yeah, totally random. And then same with chords. Again, if you have a DAW and you're messing around with synths, you could play a good old C major chord and F it up and get weird with it. If you go in the settings and kind of slightly detune some stuff, or like change the pitches of the oscillators. And I might do a video on stuff like that if you're unfamiliar with that world and you want to explore it, because it's a lot of fun. But yeah, and so if you're doing that, you definitely don't need to be a super good musician, because I make a lot of stuff. I do a lot of playing on keyboard, so I'm really grateful that I did take piano back in the day, and I am grateful that I learned music theory and everything, because I have that foundation, which is really good. Yeah, I just learned my ability or knowledge wasn't the thing getting in the way of me, like, finding this creative, artistic freedom. It wasn't stopping me from being able to unlock this whole other world of sounds. So that's all I wanted to say about that. Is that information any way you'd like? I definitely encourage you to explore a little bit and experiment, because you never know what you might find. No wrong notes. There's just notes that sound better or worse. Although it's subjective, I make a ton of stuff, I think it sounds awesome, but it's not everyone's cup of tea. But find your cup of tea and sip it and enjoy it. And Some people like it and some people won't, but it's about you and your soul. Yeah, that's about it. Thank you for watching. Like, subscribe, please, if you don't mind. Again, I won't be mad if you don't, but it would be cool. But yeah, stay tuned for a video on weird synth sounds and all of that. Alright, bye. I realized I did not talk about chords, and I realized I could just film this and then edit it into the video, but I really don't feel like doing that much work. But yeah, we're taught all the chords, all the classics, 2-5-1s, 4-5-1s, 3-2-1s, 5-4-3-2-1s, and that's all great. But, you know, don't feel like you have to, you know, fit inside that box. You can experiment. If you're ever writing and you have a chord progression and you get stuck, play something totally random. Or if you're, you know, using a DAW like Logic and you're, you know, messing around with MIDI, you can play chords that you know, and then just shift things or throw some random notes in there, move things around, and you might find something really cool sounding that you may otherwise not have stumbled upon. And then especially if you're messing with synths and you change the pitches of the oscillators and detune things, you can end up making some real like freaky sounding stuff, and it's a lot of fun. And I know I say it's a lot of fun a lot, but it is. Music is a mode of self-expression of the human experience. You know, it comes from here. Practicing is good, of course. You should practice so you can play. But as far as sharing your soul, telling your story, whatever, you know, be organic. I love music theory. It's great. I don't need to say this over and over again. I do like it, but this is about mindset. Yeah.